Hey, what's up guys? I'm at the car guy. Right next to me it's 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee, brand new, completely redesigned for 2022 model year. I'm here at Fort Pierce, Florida at Arrigo Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and today I'm going to take you on the tour of it. We're going to check it out. We're going to check out the exterior, interior, jump inside of it, play with some cool and interesting features, pop the hood, see what hides underneath it, and finally at the end of this video I'm going to take you for a spin in it. So if you're ready, let's go. Well guys, when I say Jeep, what do you say? Probably Wrangler, because that's the most well-known, the most iconic Jeep that has ever been produced. Now the Grand Cherokee is just as important for the Jeep brand, because that was the first more of a luxury SUV that made people starting to switch from the minivans to the SUVs. And as a matter of fact, the first one rolled off the production line back in 1992. So 30 years ago, the first Grand Cherokee started their presence in the United States. Now 5 generations later, we have this one just redesigned for 2022 model year. Now to confuse people, Jeep also added another vehicle to its lineup back in 2021, and there was a Jeep Grand Cherokee L, which is the longer wheelbase. Now this is the shorter wheelbase. Today let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the hood starting right here. I like how it has this bulge right in the middle, kind of spreads out at the very end of the hood, creating this nice aerodynamic look. You also have this Jeep spelled out right here, and then as far as the lights, at the top right here you have this daytime running lights, LED. You can't see, but I do have the lights on so you can see how nice and bright those LED lights are. And then of course you have this 7 vertical slots grille, so iconic to the Jeep brand. We see it at pretty much all of the models. And then this is the limited version, so it does have a little bit of a bling, so you have this chrome trim at the bottom of this grille as well as inside of these vertical slots right here. Now these are open, this is open, allows for more air to get inside, help with the cooling of the engine. What else do we have here? Now fog lights right at the bottom here, again this chrome trim piece. Now they probably could have this open. If it was me, that would just help with the cooling of the brakes, but for some reason they didn't. And this is it. This is the front of it. Let's pop the hood. Let's see what hides underneath this one. What do we have underneath the hood? Now this particular one is one of essentially 3 engine options that are available for the 2022 Grand Cherokee, and this one is the tried and true 3.6 liter V6, 293 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. Now it's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. It's also available with the V8, the 5.7 V8, 357 horsepower, 390 pound-feet of torque, and also will be available with the new Jeep 4xe engine, which I unfortunately don't have any specs on at the moment. Now as far as the hood itself, it's nicely insulated. You can see this nice insulation right here for the sound dampening, also probably for the temperature control as well. And you do have the hydraulic struts on both sides, which keep the hood nice and high. Well, we'll see how it drives at the end of this video. Well guys, I like how Jeep didn't try to reinvent the wheel with redesigning of this 2022 Grand Cherokee and just basically modernize the previous version. As far as the side profile, it still looks nice, it looks stylish, it looks modern, but it looks also off-road worthy. Now as far as the wheels, standard 18-inch wheels on this particular one. It's got 265 by 60 as far as the tire width and height, so nice beefy tires, not really off-roady ones, but they're capable as well. And I like how the manufacturers are doing that cladding on the side of it. Now some people will say, hey, you know, they should be the same color of the vehicle, and on some of the highest end trims they probably are, but on just the middle of the road trim, that prevents you from scratching that nice paint of the vehicle. I guess the thinking here is maybe you're gonna take this off-road more than the $65,000 Summit Reserve trim on the Grand Cherokee. Now if you didn't know what you're driving, Grand Cherokee is spelled out right on the side of the door. It does have this proud American flag right here. This is an all-American vehicle. And as far as the mirror, you do have the black mirror cap, you have the turn signal built in it, a little bit of a chrome underneath it. The mirror also has the blind spot assist as well as its heated mirror. And as far as the trim in here, top of the trim you see the chrome bottom as well as the pillars is this nice shiny black. Not my favorite color, but it looks really good with this Baltic metallic color, Baltic gray metallic color, and it kind of goes back all the way, creating this nice type of one piece connect to the back of this vehicle. Now what else do we have here? It is equipped with the smart entry system, so if I put my hand inside of it, it unlocks the vehicle. If I put it on top of the door handle, it locks the vehicle without having to press any keys. Let's go to the back gate. I like how Jeep changed it up a little bit. Still has this nice little gate spoiler with the LED light incorporated, and the lights are almost the same as on the Grand Cherokee L, which we've seen last year. Nice LED lights right here, turn signals, and then the backup lights right inside of here. Now as far as the continuation of this trip, you see what I was talking about. This is all black, and now you have this tinted glass in the back that creates this one piece and then continues on the other side. As far as the lights, they're connected by this shiny black trim piece. Jeep spelled out right here. This is a 4x4, although it's not standard on the V6 engine, limited edition, and then a little bit of different trim pieces right at the bottom of here. So you have some chrome, some matte gray, towing package, 6,200 pounds or so it tows, and this is a power gate. Let's see how much room we have when we open it. Now I gotta show you the key. This is the new style Jeep key right here, so you can see Jeep on one side, and you have lock, unlock, remote start, gate, and panic button. So let's press this twice to open up this gate. There you go, opens nice and tall. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of room so I don't bump into it. Let's check out the roominess in here. Check it out. Let's walk up on here. There does have plenty of room behind this second row seat. Obviously it doesn't have a third row seat, but plenty of room to carry some serious shopping with you. Now it even does have some tie downs in case you want to put something and hold it in there. Now what else do we have here? This is where you close and open and set the height of this gate. You do have a 12-volt outlet right here, and then a cool part right here. Let's check it out. Let's see this little Willys or Jeep Willys or Wrangler climbing up on that hill. But that's not the only Easter egg that you can find in here. Look on the other side. Like on the other side you can see like 5 generations of Jeeps, from the first one to the last one. So that's pretty cool. You have the oldest one, came out in 92, second, third, fourth, and fifth, which is the current one that we're doing right now. So does it have a spare tire? Yes, it does. It does have a temporary used tire. I kind of wish they put the real spare tire in there with the same wheel as there is on the vehicle, but for some reason Jeep probably wanted to save some money and did it this way. And let's see how much room we have in the second row seats. Well guys, check out the roominess inside of this back seat. It's got plenty of room. I like how nice and bright it is because of this huge panoramic sunroof that I have over my head, and it doesn't restrict any of the space. I still have about 3 inches above my head. Again, I'm 6 feet tall. You do have about 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches in front of my knees. Plenty of shoulder room. I like this interior. I really like the leather that the Jeep is using, and well, let me show it to you. Let's start with the door right in the back here. Okay, so you can see there's a couple different trims. This one is kind of the simulated wood trim, kind of an ash wood trim, which looks nice. It does have this polished aluminum underneath here. Now, this is soft plastic. This is nicely leather wrapped, as well as the armrest, and then you have the windows and lock controls. You have a little bit of storage as well underneath here. 2 speakers in the rear door. Talk about the stereo in just a little bit, and I really like the leather that Jeep and Chrysler is using. I think it's better quality than some of the other manufacturers too. So you do have a 3-person room right here. This one opens up, of course, creating a cup holders and the armrest. And then what do we have here? As far as connectivity, you never have to worry about it because you have a household outlet, the regular one, 2 USB-C, 2 USBs, and now this one is equipped with the heated seats as well, and it does have the AC vent as well as some storage underneath it. Both seats are also equipped with the cargo net, so in case you need to throw in your tablet or anything like this, you'll have plenty of room to do it. Let's see if we can check the quality of the... It's actually not bad. It's pretty good. It's about 7 out of 10 in my opinion. And the front door looks like the back door. Same theme, same kind of wood trim. You do have the window mirrors controls, lock controls, and then as far as the stereo, I told you we're going to talk about it in a little bit, and it does have the Alpine stereo. The front door also has some storage right underneath there, and there's a place to put a bottle in here as well. So power seats, okay, you've got several different adjustments on the seats, nicely trimmed. I like the contrast stitching on it, that white contrast stitching with this black seat. And then I might not be able to show it to you later because it's easier to do it this way. Look how huge this panoramic sunroof is. So what do we have? Completely new interior, and let's check it out. Well guys, I'm on the interior of this 2022 Grand Cherokee, and check it out. I like how this dashboard is trimmed with leather, or what looks like leather, but it's this grainy kind on top. Then you know, with the soft one, still contrast stitching. Then you have this simulated wood grain and then polished aluminum trim. Now all of these look real. They're probably not. I like how the vents are. Look at this, even at the top, nice, those sleek vents on top of that screen. This one is also equipped with this brand new Uconnect 5 system with a 10.1 inch high resolution display, and then you have a fully digital instrument cluster. Let's take a look at that in just a second. The steering wheel itself, nice to the touch. It's kind of on the large side of the steering wheel. It does have the shifters in the back. It does have a bunch of buttons on both sides. This one basically controls the cruise control. This one controls the media and then what's going on in the screen. So we're going to go through some of the features, and I like how that simulated wood trim, the aluminum, the contrast stitching is put in, even with this limited model, which is kind of in the middle of the line, like we said. So what do we have here? So we can change different designs and customize this dashboard. See, this is your off-road pages, basically. It tells you that we're in the fully automatic mode. It says that here, automatic full-time four-wheel drive adapts to road conditions. And then you can go back, and these are the few options that we can have. Now, you can also change, like let's say you can put your Sirius XM for some reason if you wanted to. I wonder if you can put the navigation in here as well. Now this is the off-road pages, but that also changes. Here's your tachometer at the bottom here, and you have the vehicle dynamics, pitch and roll, terrain status, and back to vehicle dynamics, and then hold OK for analog. So let's see how the analog is going to look like. Oh, I like this display. I think I'm more of a traditional guy. Okay, this is probably better. But anyway, so that gives you options to customize the display, which is more than we can say for some of the other manufacturers as well. Now, on this right here, the Uconnect 5, this is the new Jeep infotainment system, and we're going to go through some of the options. But before we do that, there's a few buttons on top. There's the automatic on and off, the lane keep assist, traction control, you have your hazard lights, parking sensors, and then 2 blank buttons. So on the higher end trims, I'm sure there's something else in here. The screen looks awesome. The one problem that I have with this is all of this piano black. There's already fingerprints on it, and I just cleaned it. I just opened it for a second. But the screen itself looks nice. It's actually nice and bright, high resolution. Let's go to the home screen. What do we have? So you have the map, okay, Sirius. Okay, this is my phone is connected to it. I wanted to show you that because it does have the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and it is wireless. But as far as navigation, okay, takes up the entire screen. I like this Jeep navigation. Talked about it in a couple other models too. And then Android Auto, of course, you see the familiar screen with Android Auto. Okay, it is wireless, so you don't have to plug in wires, which is a nice feature. I really like that. Back to home, media. Okay, so you have the Sirius FM. You can connect your media through your phone, FM, AM, of course, and then you can control your climate control through here. I like how it does have, see, the heated seat, heated steering wheel, and of course it doesn't have a cooled one on this particular one. That would be a nice addition to the vehicle in Florida. And we go to navigation system, vehicle settings, rear view camera. Might as well take a look at this. This one doesn't have the 360, it does have the basic camera, but it does take the entire screen. The resolution is okay. I think it's a little bit better than okay, but it's not great. I think that's something that could be improved upon for maybe a software update or a camera update or anything like this. And then you have apps, right? So you have Android Auto, Device Manager, Off-Road Pages. I really like that feature on the Jeeps. That kind of brings you back to that heritage of the Jeep, of the off-road worthy vehicles. And you can see the vehicle dynamics, steering angle. See, when I move the steering, it tells you the different angles that it moves to. Transfer case unlocked. Now it tells you that we're in 4-wheel drive high. Well, it's very sensitive. Let's go back. Okay, accessory gauges. So it tells you the coolant temperature, oil pressure, transmission temperature, and battery voltage. A lot of different features. Love this. Pitch and roll, especially important when you're taking it off-road. Select terrain. Okay, so we're in the 4-wheel drive high. And also, this is interesting, so it tells you the geographical location, the longitude and latitude, and it tells you that we're 81 feet below sea level. We're in Florida, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. It probably is. So what else do we have here? Underneath this nice screen, we have some controls for basically your climate control. So you have all the shortcuts button for climate control. You also have the volume knob and the tune knob and the mute button. And you can also turn the screen off with one push of a button. There you go. Touch screen to turn it on if you'd like to. And this is the fingerprint magnet. Okay, what do we have here? USB-C, USBs. Okay, you name it, we have it, type of deal. And then the 12-volt DC outlet. You have some. Does it have a wireless charging? I don't see that on this particular one. Anyway, so this is your gear shifter, and this is your different modes. So, okay, as with most of the Jeeps, I like this. Look at this. So it changes the dynamics. See, the sand, mud, snow, auto, and sport. We're going to leave it in sport since I'm going to take it for a test drive. And then what else we have here? We have the cup holders, storage, okay, kind of split up in two, nice and deep. And then do we have the digital mirror? Yeah, I was kind of hoping for it, but I didn't see the camera on the shark fin antenna, so it doesn't have it. And then you have this big panoramic sunroof that I showed you in the beginning, and you also have the SOS assist, and then your LED lights, which is nice. And this is it. This is the interior of it. Let's take it on the road. Well guys, let's take it for a spin. Before we do that, let's talk about a few things. Let's talk about pricing and different trim levels. So on Jeep's website, it says that it starts at $37,785, and that's for a two-wheel drive Laredo. Now it's also available with the four-wheel drive. We switch it to four-wheel drive, it goes to $39,785, so $2,000 difference. Now it also says that it's available with the 2-row and 3-row. The second trim is Altitude, and that is $41,945 in the two-wheel drive. Again, available in the 2 and 3-row limited. That's $44,105 for the two-wheel drive. Trailhawk, $51,670. Now that is available in the four-wheel drive only, and only in the 2-row configuration. Overland, four-wheel drive or two-wheel drive, 2 or 3-row, starting at $53,700. Summit, okay, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, $57,760. And then the top of the line, the Summit Reserve, available only in 4x4, and if we want to go to 3-row, $65,260. So the range is from $37,000 to about $65,000. That is a big range, so everybody can choose something for themselves. There's different options, different packages, different suspensions, different engines that are available on this one. I hope to get the one that's 4xe, and I hope to get the one that's maybe a Summit Reserve, one that gets to the dealership so I can actually take it for a spin. Now this 3.6-liter engine has been used and abused with all the different Jeep and Chrysler products, which is not bad. I mean, they've been using it. There's a million of them that's been produced, or millions of them that have been produced. They're actually pretty decent engines. Now, as far as the gas mileage, 19 in the city, 26 on the highway, 22 combined, so it's not bad if it actually does that. My Pilot actually does about 19 miles per gallon and combined, so yeah, kind of have my doubts on this, but let's just leave it at that. But maybe that's going to be the gas mileage on here. Let's take it for a spin. We already checked out the rear view camera. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it 360 degrees. We're going to see how the turning radius is on this new Grand Cherokee. All right, again, the wheel all the way, and see what it does. Four and a half parking spaces. That's about the average for most of the vehicles, so not bad at all. See how it drives. I have it in the sport mode, which gives you that little bit of a more aggressive sound. And I'm in the four-wheel drive high. Actually, this is an automatic mode. That's what it puts it to me at. And so sitting inside of it, it feels really nice. It feels comfortable. The seats are not very plush. The leather is on the firm side, but I kind of like it. Got nice visibility, nice big windows all around, but it feels a little bit jumpy. Maybe that's because I'm in the sports mode on it. Every time I press the accelerator, it kind of wants to go. Let me see, put it in the automatic mode. Okay, let's take a look at the acceleration. It's not the best, to be honest with you. It's about probably a high 7s, maybe an 8-second acceleration. Couldn't find it on the Jeep's website. Some independent reviewer said that it is from 6.6 on the 5.7 Hemi to 8.2 on the V6. Now I don't have a testing equipment, so I won't be able to tell you that, but it is on the sluggish side. Hate to say it, but nevertheless, I mean, it's about the same as on my Honda Pilot. So I mean, depending on what you're looking for. There's also the Trailhawk, which is the more off-roady one. Then there's going to be the Summit Reserve, and if you get it with a 5.7-liter engine, you're probably going to have a lot better acceleration than what we're getting on this. Let's try it one more time. Not bad at all. Not bad. First time I might have not pressed it hard enough, right? But good acceleration. It feels good. It feels good on the road. It feels quiet on the inside. You can hear the engine, but you can hear the nice engine growl on this vehicle, and it's actually, I like it. I think it's definitely a good competitor in the market segment that it competes at. The one concern that I would have is the price. I mean, it is kind of pricey comparing to the other competition. So it does have a nice infotainment system. It does have a nice brand new design, a decent engine, the warranty, standard warranty on those 5 years, 60,000 miles. That's basically a powertrain warranty, 3 or 36. That's the full warranty on the vehicle. But if you're looking, and if you had Jeep Cherokees or Jeep Grand Cherokees before, you're going to be very nicely surprised by this one. I think I've driven the previous generation ones. I liked it. I think this is definitely an upgrade. So if you're looking for one, and if you're in Florida, Fort Pierce area, check out the guys at Arrigo. They're a great group of guys, and I hope you like this video. I hope I brought some value into your life with it. If you like it, check out the rest of my channel. Consider subscribing. It really means a lot to me. It doesn't cost you anything. And until then, I will see you in my next video. Cheers.